So we got a nice podcast going on for us.
Yeah.
So
and I'll throw a little something out there because you do share a lot.
Okay, your turn.
Chad,
you're it.
Well, but just going back to the humor, and it just hits home because I just had an experience where it was kind of like that too. So I won't get like totally into detail, but it had to do with my mother and my father. They've been divorced since I was a kid. So they got separated, I think, when I was like 1 or 2, and they got divorced shortly after, right?
Yeah.
Well, fast forward to I'm 46 years old, and I don't have the best communication with my father. Not that there's bad words or bad blood or anything. It's just that we don't talk that much, right? Because of loss and because of some different family issues, we have started talking.
Right.
And my mom and I talk once or twice a week. And, she was the main one that raised me. So fast forward to I'm 46 years old. My dad sends me a text about something that has to do with, something that happened like before me, really, before I was even aware because I was young or whatever. Yeah. So I have no clue about this thing. And I'll get into it more on the next episode.
Okay.
But it was just one of those eye-opening moments. And I instantly went to humor because he texted me to ask my mom something instead of him asking my mom.
Right.
He texted me to ask my mom something. And I immediately was like, okay. So I text my mom. And in the initial text, I went right to humor. You know what I'm saying? And she responded, and she didn't pick up on my humor. She thought my humor, she thought it was me being serious. Yeah. And I was like, no, I was just saying that because it's awkward to me. So I'm being funny about it.
Yeah.
But she didn't really pick up on it. So I could talk about it a little bit more later. But so that's an experience that I've had personally that, where I use humor in the same way, kind of as a defense mechanism and to what they call deflect.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know if your therapist has talked about deflecting. A lot of time we deflect.
She probably hear that. She probably gonna go that way.
Yeah. So deflecting is definitely a real thing, and is big. Gotcha. So, but we can overcome it, and we learn to deal with stuff through maturity and stuff like that.
Right.
And you utilizing tools like therapy, we learn about it. So, I sent you a link to that book that I was reading too.
So get to it,
so that was that was a good book about everything that we talk about.
Yeah.
That book was like right on it. It cut right to it, and it
that book,
like it's not even like it's a decent sized book.
Yeah.
But it's not really like based in chapters.
Right.
So what it is like every page and a half is just a thing that as a Black man we can address to be healthier.
Right.
Physically, mentally, and all that stuff.
Right.
So I thought it was a good book, and I might link it or whatever. But
link it up.
Yeah. But I sent you a link too. So
cool.
I just think we keep focused, and like what you're talking about, your voice being heard. If we keep focused and talk about stuff like that, it's going to benefit people. You know
eventually,
So yeah. But we have a new segment that we want to try out this episode.
My notes ready. Hold on.
Yeah, get your notes ready. And you did your homework better than I did.
I did.
Because I didn't come with anything.
I did.
But what we want to do is reach out to people around us, people that we know and we love, and that may listen to the podcast, may not, but that know you, know us, and just get some topics that they might want us to talk about. First of all, let's just see what are some of the topics that you were given.
So the topics are pretty much simple. I mean, if everybody knows that I'm a boot camp instructor, I'm a team Marco instructor, whatever, like fitness, whatever. So,
elite trainer.
So
That's correct.
Okay, my son said that's correct.
That is correct.
That's correct. All right, so I'm gonna go one by one, make sure everybody gets known on this podcast show, whatever.
Yeah, shout them out.
So we have Sherry. Sherry is, if nobody knows, whatever, she's one of our older members of boot camp.
Okay.
But she make it look like she's like 25 years old.
I was going to say.
She be outdoing everybody in class.
Yeah.
Like sometimes
Sherry's one of the first people I met from the boot camp.
Okay, so
I remember. Yeah.
Okay, so you know.
Yeah.
So everybody look at her kind of like everybody complaining like, oh, Mark's 100 push-ups.
Right.
She's sitting there laughing like, I'm going to do it. Everybody kind of like, this woman's like, okay, all right, she's doing, I'm going to do it too, whatever.
Yeah.
So she says that I have one. How do you decide what are we doing in boot camps? You always seem to have a plan and very logical in terms of musical development, strength, and cardio. It takes a very special coach to work that body and muscle the way that you do.
Right.
How do you do it? And
wow.
And Sherry, I'm gonna say right now, you really put this message like how you would do it, like if you was really gonna do it, like on the news.
On the news, yeah,
so
yeah.
I really appreciate you right now.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. So I've been doing this since 2009.
Okay.
Like muscle wise, whatever, like doing like stretching different part of the body.
Right.
So realistically, I tell people this: if you're really good at your craft or everything, it can be anything you do, whatever.
Right.
You can wake up and be like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that.
Right.
So for me, it's kind of that way, whatever. So now I come up with a day. You can edit this part off, whatever.
Okay.
Probably don't have to, whatever. So I had something. So what do all ladies want, but they don't want to lose? It's kind of like a mystery. It's like a mystery. What is that, Will? What's one thing that gays want to gain, but they don't want to lose?
One thing that they want to gain, but don't want to lose.
Yeah.
At the same time.
Yeah.
Their rump?
There you go. So
Did I got it right?
You got it right. So I got a day.
The gluteus maximus?
I got a day was called Abs and Ass Day. Abs and Ass Day.
Okay.
And when I put that on the menu, the ladies like, oh, we got abs and ass day. Right, yeah, like they go crazy, whatever.
Wow.
And just me developing that title, whatever.
Right.
It draw people like, oh my God, we doing abs and ass. Oh my God.
Right. I think I saw that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I do titles like that to draw people in. I come up with different exercise titles, maybe within the week of the exercise, like boot camp, whatever. Like I come up like, hey, but at the end of the day, whatever, I try to contribute to whoever's in that class what they want. So I have a lot of women in my class.
Right.
And they want abs.
Right.
And ass.
Right.
I have a few guys, got to scare a lot of guys off, whatever.
Yeah.
They want a lot of upper body.
Right.
Cardio fat.
Right.
So I do that with the bikes and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we are hosting, I'm gonna say right now on live, because everybody know, because Will, you're invited too.
Okay.
The third week in May, we're doing Team Marco Mel Day Out, whatever. So all the males, we're gonna get together, come out here where we at,
right?
Grill some burgers, have some beers and drinks.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Have a cardio day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
we're gonna do that.
Have a cardio day.
Have a cardio day with our mouth. That means drinking and eating. Now,
okay. All right.
That's very
correct.
But seriously, all those aside, I'll talk whatever. I come up with a topic within a week or so, Sherry.
Okay.
And I've been doing it for a long time, so I commit to y'all whatever. Y'all usually tell me which I want to lose, which I want, whatever, and I go from right there.
Right. Yeah, it seems like one of those really really complimentary relationships where it's like
I have one-on-one,
you get inspired by the feedback that they're giving you, and then they get inspired by the results that you try to achieve for them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's pretty cool.
So that's the same thing for Kelly. So Kelly,
okay.
Same thing, question, whatever.
What's up, Kelly?
Yeah, so I go with Sherry too, whatever.
Okay.
I pretty much, I got to know y'all, whatever. Sherry, not Sherry, I'm sorry. Kelly, you just come to me and said, Marco, are we having cardio day? She loves cardio, whatever.
Got you.
If I tell you we got to run 12 laps around the building,
right?
She loves it, whatever.
Okay.
Her goal, I'm not gonna put it out there. We talk one-on-one because like I said, for everybody I do in Team Marco, whatever I do, their weight, their body fat, composition, whatever, and I take all that, whatever.
Okay.
Kelly has a goal, so I know what she wants.
Right.
So I incorporate it into the class when I get a chance to.
Right.
So when I do it, whatever, she appreciates it. Again, that's me going back, knowing what person want in my class. I think everybody in my class, I know what they want individually wise.
Okay.
Some of them come to me one-on-one to my gym here.
Right.
To do PT.
Okay.
So I know exactly what they want physically wise and mental wise one-on-one.
Nice.
Yeah. So and then we have our newcomer, Brandon, that's actually it's for me and you. He actually, he said movies or TV related. What fatherhood, good or bad, would you use for example? Will or Marco? Again, he said movie TV or related,
movie,
what
TV
fatherhood
related,
would you use for good and bad examples?
What fatherhood would I use for good or bad examples? You got any?
I
need a second to think.
I have one for good example, and that's Will Smith Pursuit of Happiness. That hit me hard, whatever. That was like one of the best.
Oh.
Yeah, that was compassion, whatever. They were sitting there at the subway station holding that door.
Okay.
And that strong right tear came out his eye.
Right.
I was kind of like, oh man. Like,
I'm sorry. I got distracted. They playing volleyball.
Come back here. Come back to the.
That's crazy. They over there playing volleyball.
Yeah.
But no, I will. Okay.
Yeah, I came to that for. I don't really got a bad example. I listen to a lot of good ones,
right?
Movie wise, whatever. Bad ones, Brand, I might really click on that one, man. I don't know, man. I try to stay positive when I can.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, we kind of filter what we take in, so we don't take in too much negative necessarily.
In my mind right now, maybe later on, but bad, not right now. Pursuit of Happiness,
right?
Even with Jackie Chan Karate Kid, whatever, he took in Willow Smith, whatever, pick your jacket up with him, teaching examples, whatever his ways, whatever.
Yeah. Huh.
I know, right? It's a hard.
I think I got a good one.
Okay.
And it's gonna go right back to Will Smith.
Okay.
The example of Uncle Phil as a father figure in Will's life.
Okay.
Going back to hip hop, and anybody who's in the hip hop knows about the beef right now. Drake, J. Cole, Kendrick. But J. Cole had a line in one of his songs. He said, "First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil." So he gave a shout out to the actor that plays Uncle Phil when he passed away, and he goes on to say, "You're the only father that I ever knew. If I get my girl pregnant, I'm gonna be a better you." Because I think that example that he played on that show of taking in somebody who Will wasn't blood related to him.
No.
But he took him in and tried to raise him the same as his son,
right,
and care for him and give him some of the things he know he needed,
right,
from a father that he didn't have from a father. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I could cry any moment right now about this, but the scene on Fresh Prince where the dad walked out of his life.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew it. All right, hold on. Let me go something together first. Yeah. First. Yeah. Because that touched me first, whatever. Because when he yelled that, I think he got in contact with his emotion. He must have been feeling something from his past because he. Oh,
but I'm gonna be honest with you. Man. Like,
everybody know he's from Suffolk too.
Who?
The actor, the Uncle Phil.
Uncle Phil, yes.
Everybody don't know that.
Please, if anybody knows the actor's name out there, please comment or do something because I can't think of his name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, I think that scene, like you said, Will Smith, he tapped into something, and I don't know if it was personal or something that he got vicariously from somebody else. But we all know, I know mine is firsthand experience. So when I see that scene, I can speak directly to feeling that absence, right? But other people who might not have had the same absence, you might know a friend or somebody who went through that or something like that. So you can feel it. And honestly, like, you can look at your son right now and you as close as y'all are, and I've done this too. Yeah. You just imagine, like, gosh, what if I wasn't here for my son right now? Like, you can see it through your son's eyes. Like, you can see it. Like, you can see, like, nah, I'm valuable to him. He needs me. Example, he needs a role model. He needs that protection. All those different things that you take the father out the house. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Bad examples of fatherhood. Gosh,
it's Brandon. That's a good. He put it.
Dude,
that's something we got to think about.
We got to think about it. We got to think about because they're out there. For sure, but I honestly think that like there's never been a main character that's been a bad example as a father that I can think of off the top of my head. You had some side characters where like maybe the wife was the main character and then the father was a jerk.
So even I see, and this is coming up to be as a good father mentor. So Don't Be a Menace, whatever. Lawrence Fishburne. He played a good father role to Cuba Jr.?
Yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr.
Yeah, he played it, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think there's no bad scene in that movie.
Right.
Only bad scene I could think about, and this is comedy, is when the Wayans brother got together and said, "Don't be a menace in South Central while drinking your juice in the hood," whatever.
Yeah,
and it made it funny.
Right.
You know, you think about there is a lot of because they got Damian Wayans always come. No, was it who's the oldest brother?
Keenan Ivory.
I think when he was coming and said message, whatever. Is
yeah,
a
that's
message.
Keenan Ivory.
I think
it's
always a message. And all right, and I'm gonna say this right now. My son's walking right
There's
here.
so many Wayans.
My son's walking towards me right now, but I fast forward and I pause both parts. But I let him watch that with me because there's so many good parts and bad parts in that movie, whatever. Right. But it's always a message,
that
whatever.
Message part,
it's always a message, whatever. And Marco came like me, he's like, "Oh, this is, yeah, I get it. But this is a funny scene, whatever." And I don't get his airtime. The most funniest scene that I won't say a bad dad's ever, whatever, but it's just a funniest ever right now. I'll let Marcus say it. What was the scene that you saw from Grandma when the guy was talking to her and said, "No, Grandma, I don't want to do it." What scene was that?
It was, oh my God, I can't really.
You forgot it.
At least I know after that part, he just punched the grandma. And I know the actor of the grandma was actually like it was a guy.
It was a guy, really?
Yeah.
So basically, in the movie, whatever. That's the only example you're gonna get probably for a funny skit. So basically, Marco saw it was one of the Wayans brothers, whatever, playing, and somebody playing grandma was saying like, "Oh no, you hit like a, you know what?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "I don't want to do it, grandma. I don't want to do it." And he punched him, flipped him on the table. He said, "You still hit like a, you know what, whatever." You know, and Marco laughed. Marco saying like, "But that's not a real guy." I said, "No, it's a guy playing a grandma, whatever." He was saying, "Well, that's not good." Right. So if he took out that, whatever,
right,
being funny, but it seemed like him like, "Yeah, that's not good though," because Marco gets it. He kind of like,
yeah.
So he's smart. He's smart.
Right, yeah,
he gets it, whatever. So that's the best thing I can get as a bad example out of a movie, whatever. You know what I mean? Because the Wayans brothers, they make funny scenes, right? But at the same time, I think they make it to be like, you know.
Yeah. I think too, like the worst example, and you can paint this across a lot of different movies, a lot of different TV shows, is just the absent father. So they had
that in the movie, Bear.
Yeah. So the example of no example. How many movies you think? How many movies have we watched? How many TV shows you watch where it's like a single parent, specifically a single woman, and when it's a single woman, then you know what I'm saying. Not saying that every father is absent in that situation, but it's like it's you know what I'm saying.
It's Tonight when you leave, go watch that movie because that woman, what's that woman's name? She said the same thing before the movie started, or whatever. He said, there's no positive world. You know what I mean? It's like they knew what they were doing, whatever.
Right. Message.
Message. Like so they was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's putting the medicine in the candy.
Okay.
It's putting the medicine in the candy, man. Yeah, that's what's up. That was a good one.
All right.
That's a good one.
And on the last one that
we right about at 50 minutes.
Yeah. We have, all right, so Ash, everybody know Ashley was on our second episode.
Yes.
Yeah, she's doing very well right now. She's good. She been hanging with me from Team Marco for the beginning.
Right.
So her question is still being, after all of this, what does she see myself doing? She wants me to have my own gym.
Yes.
She wants to have my own for us to have our own podcast show like you're doing at our gym.
Yeah.
She's pretty much asking when it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Ashley, I tell you this, and I tell her about this. I told my therapist this. I'm scared to make that leap. I don't know why the fear is in me right now, but I'm scared to do it. I think of failure.
Right. It's not uncommon.
I think of, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think it's because if I fail, and now that I have my son to take care of,
right?
My wife, I got a family, whatever. I just can't think about me, right? Because at the end of the day, if it affects me, it's gonna affect all of us, whatever. Right. And I don't want that to happen. I'm scared that if I do it, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose everything.
Right.
But again, if I do it, I might gain.
Right.
But I will say this: I do see myself, hopefully, and I told my therapist this. And she said I already have already, and well, you can say this again. I want to have a voice. I want to have a voice everybody can hear and relate to, and get the message across about what's going on.
Right.
I want to be able to make a difference in somebody's life, PT wise, mental wise.
Right.
Again, I might be doing that, but I just don't see it. Again, that's just me. That's why I go to therapy.
Right.
So I just want to be able to make a difference and change somebody's life. But at this time right now, I'm not ready to make that jump.
Right.
Sometimes even when I go into boot camp, whatever, I get comfortable. Maybe I'm too comfortable with the situation. With
That's
everybody.
part of it, right?
I think I am. Me being with the YMCA at Portsmouth, I have a settled job.
Exactly.
Once I leave, it's all me. It's all me.
Right.
And it scares me.
Yeah.
It scares me.
I understand.
I'm not ready to risk it all.
Right.
Maybe I will one day, hopefully sooner or later. But Ashley, right now that's when you wrote that question, I got the quivers, whatever.
Yeah.
That's one of the things my therapist was talking about.
It's tough.
It's tough for me. It's tough for me.
Right.
Yeah. Actually, one day. I'm sorry. My words I got tongue tied right now. I'm
sorry. You're good. You're good.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting here thinking, like, from my perspective, and that's another thing that therapy does for you is it gives you a truer perspective because your therapist is somebody that's outside looking at it, right? Yeah. So a lot of times the things we see, our fears, our angers and stuff are driven by other stuff that's in our head that we haven't worked through. So it's like looking at a funhouse mirror.
Yeah.
You know, you look at a funhouse mirror and your body's all distorted or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes we look at our situation, our life like that.
Right.
And it's distorted because of things like fear. I'll tell you this, though. I don't know of too many other people that are in your situation. I'm not just talking about like as a trainer, but just as a potential business owner that have the level of support I've seen behind you. So I'm not with you every day to see, but I see group chat, the group text every day. I see the people that you're interacting with.
Yeah.
I know some of these people personally, and I've heard and I've seen and I've sat down and got to talk to them. I've seen the moments where like you're surrounded by love, you're surrounded by that support. And you know, I have no doubt in my mind that they will be right there with you. However they can support you, they will be right there with you. And I think you're aware of that. You're aware of that too. It's just once you get out there and you do it, there's no guarantee that people are going to be there for you. But
because people, that's
well, and it's not even just like they stop supporting you. Sometimes people just move away.
Yeah.
And sometimes people, you know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, the group you got right now, if there was somebody that I would say, hey, you should consider it. The group you have behind you right now, you're not in a situation like a lot of other people.
I think everybody on Team Marco so far have been writing me since me getting off the cruise ship.
Right.
They've been. It's me. It's definitely me. It's definitely me.
Team Marco, let's do this.
Let's
do this. Come on.
It's definitely me. Ashley, I know why she put this up there because she always asks me, probably like not every class, whatever, but when she get a chance, whatever, like because if she could leave the YMCA, she will definitely leave. I'm going towards Marco's jump.
And you know she wouldn't be the only one.
No.
You know she wouldn't be the only one.
Yeah, she would definitely. It would be more people. Cuzzo, yeah.
You could do everything the way you wanted to do it.
Yeah.
It would be yours.
Because right now I'm answering to a higher person.
Exactly. And not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I'm sure that kind of
yeah, for sure.
It's like a ceiling on your potential.
For sure.
You know what I
mean? My cousin, I keep saying Darn. I'm gonna say Booby. My cousin Booby.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's how
my cousin Booby.
Yeah.
Y'all say Darn. His name is Cousin Booby. Cousin Booby. Whatever.
Yep. That's how I was introduced.
He been with me ever since. God knows. He heard Team Marco, whatever.
Right.
I think one time we did 1-on-1 with them. I think it was in the Coast Guard gym, and I was training whenever.
Right.
I completely broke him, and he was kind of like, "Oh God, I'm never coming back."
Right.
You know, he saw everybody, you know, right? Because everybody think so. With my group, whatever, it's not more like a class.
Right.
It's more like a community, right? Like I told you, like we do like the outings, we do like the chat board.
Y'all do.
You know,
I've seen it. I've been part of it.
So hopefully, I can make that. In my future, if I decided to grow, whatever.
I like the first word you use, whenever.
Whenever, yeah.
I like that word.
So Team Marco can be like a chat, like a Facebook, like a chat, or whatever. Hey, did y'all do, hey, how did y'all do this workout, whatever?
Right.
Hey, what's the next out? Marco said the next out is going to be, and so, you know, more like you come to work out, but something fun after it.
Right.
That's what I'm
It's a community.
There you go.
It's a community. Yeah.
So I'm trying to do more like that rather than I'm just gonna come to work out. Yeah, and that's it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be more like a Planet Fitness. I'm trying to be more than a White Life Fitness, whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I say this in every podcast show I have, whatever. When I get done, whatever, and I'm ready to hang it up, that Marco can be able to pick it up. But like, hey, and he might have better ideas, and I'm sure than me, and be like, hey, let's do it like this and do it like that, whatever.
Yeah, well, by then we're probably gonna be in space and stuff.
You know what I mean? Like
he'll know how to use all the anti-gravity workout.
He probably tells his client, we gotta run from Earth to Saturn.
Yeah, exactly.
You know you know what I mean?
You gotta put on your goggles,
whatever.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm really working on that. Hopefully, I'll get better with it.
Okay.
There's more questions, but guys, it's so many. Me and Will gonna probably touch base, whatever, and talk more about it.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make it a long podcast show.
No, but that's a good one. Thank you, Ashley, for
Ashley. I think
asking that one.
Ashley, that's probably one of your. I might say everybody's question was least, but Ashley,
no. That was
her. I think she knew me too darn well. She knew where to touch me at, whatever. She got like she know. She been here,
right?
But yeah, Sherry, thank you.
Yes, for sure.
Ashley, Kelly. Brandon with the story question about, you know, fatherhood, whatever, like the movies, whatever.
Right.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. And maybe we can do some research. Like you said, I'm gonna go and watch that movie. Maybe we can do some research and find some good examples, and some bad examples.
Because Brandon, I'll be on mine. He's a teacher at Westbury Elementary.
Oh, really?
He does YouTube videos, right, Marco? Like. He does YouTube videos about for kids about like how clouds will form. And
nice.
Like he's really good with it. And I told him one day I have to get him up here, or whatever.
See, I believe I have a feeling like every time I learn more about the people on Team Marco, it's so interesting to me.
Oh yeah.
I think everybody has something like that.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I want to interview Sherry, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's gonna be up here.
Yeah.
He's gonna be up here. And also Mims, I told you about her.
Okay.
She's one I train with every Friday. We train together. She on her own practice dentistry.
Yeah.
She looked at me like, hey, when I'm on,
whenever.
I said, man, I'm sorry. Like me and Will, we just got back to regular like basis or whatever about every week on, whatever.
Right.
So we definitely got to get her on. So let's make some basics. Let's make this happen. Hey, y'all put out this podcast to Facebook, Instagram. Well, Marco, subscribe.
Hold on a second.
Tell them.
No, subscribe. Hit the notification bell and like this video. And let me read one comment. It just popped up.
Do you know what?
Do you know what?